Hello everyone, Lord.agion here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawning the left side, not left side, top side, we have to me. I don't know how to actually say that. This, you thing.
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
And so on the bottom side, we have Disturbing. And with a 1 for an I. You missed one. Soon Pioneer is going to go to the left, capture the munitions. Probably this Volksgrenadier probably going to go over here to capture up the cutoff point. Rear echelon capture up the center. And it looks like the going for a dual rear echelon opening to capture up. It's just for the capping power. Seeing rear echelon are pretty cheap, they can capture up quite a bit. Rear echelon definitely going to run for that church to get in before the Volksgrenadier. The Volksgrenadier should just get in this heavy cover and start shooting away at them. Once again, you see the OKW half track going over, destroying all of his cover in this area. Now he has all of this cover for him, especially this nice heavy cover here, though he can capture from the heavy cover. And this looks like this rear echelon will be, perhaps he'll be killed? Nope, he will not be killed. Probably going to place cover around the water fountain. And the Soon Pioneer gets in this house, and the truck is actually shaking up the movement and allowing the Soon Pioneers to start slaughtering the riflemen. This rifleman needs to retreat. What? Why is retreat? He's going to lose them. And backing up, trying to get a break into the house. Nope, he backs up in the door and not into the windows. You sort of have to back up like the core in the house. I think that's what he's trying to do. Put a hole in the house. Is he going to try it again? No, he should. Looks like this rifleman was killed, chased down and killed. A bit of a bad start to the USF player. Note that the new flame doctrine for the OKW is not existent, but however the heavy cavalry company is, with the Rangers and the Pershing. And you probably recognize the Pershing combined arms, both from the campaign and rifleman defense from the infantry company. Now he's starting to keep up the right side. Left side's being kept up by the rear echelon. Currently, the OKW, since he killed off that one rifleman, he has a stronger infantry force out on the map with 3 Volksgrenadier compared to the 2 riflemen. And the replay is slowed down a bit. Nope, that's the wrong one. Bulletins. Try and get this new layout. I know if you click there you get to see the bulletins, but I don't see the bulletins from this direction. Oh wait, here. The bulletins are here. I'm trying to get used to this layout. I'm trying to do this layout more and more often for 2v2s and 1v1s. I rather prefer the other layout just because it's something familiar when playing in campaign. And interesting enough, the OKW player didn't go for any bulletins, while the USF player did go for a veterancy, rear echelon, and rifleman veterancy. 2 riflemen. Oh, by the way, he needs to know this. He needs to know this. Veterancy buffs no longer stack. That was in the patch notes, if I remember correctly. Veterancy buffs do not stack anymore. Grenadiers are pinned down. Volley fire. 2 men. Fire the guns and volley fire. Volley fire. Don't kill them fast enough, they will pin you down. Capture the cutoff point here. which also is cut off straight next to the base. It he just only neutralized it, and then he's backing up to get to more defensible position. Rear echelon coming forward, fall into the church, but he should just retreat. He's just going to take additional losses. He's completely surrounded and just going to be gunned down. This area is completely cut off. The American player is severely lacking any income with everything being cut off for him. Moving forward to capturing up the fuel. The OKW player needs some fuel. Has he gone? Yeah, he did go for his medical HQ. Do we see a well, we actually see a Vickenwerfer, not, which is, well, looks like he went for Lieutenant first, which is a good call against the Vickenwerfer. He's probably going to expecting a AA half track, but this utility car can do some damage. It does have pretty good amount of armor, so it can stay in a fight for a long time. Though it doesn't have the highest DPS, it does have a sustained DPS. Sustainable. That's probably the proper term. Riflemen going to go in the building. The Zoom Pioneers just get in there right before the Riflemen do, but they're both low in health. Does he have retreat points available yet, or no? Yes, he does have retreat points. Vickenwerfer, no, that was actually the Shrek got a nice shot in the utility car, and Panzer Tactician. Though it actually didn't take 50% damage, so it would have been fine if it took another Shrek shot. Just takes a bit more damage. The Vickenwerfer is stealthed in the middle of an open cover. Looks like the Super Pioneers are going over to capture the munitions, saying they can't really do much in a broad fight like this. They'll just be gunned down first, and they're expensive to maintain, so might as well have them go around capturing. They can handle a rear echelon or two. Rogues Grenadiers should retreat, they're down to one man. Riflemen getting in this building, trying to get this Vickenwerfer.
Frag grenades now available for action.
Ooh. Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjägers are in this building. Lieutenant's trying to fight it out. Fallschirmjägers. Yeah, they're firing. It looked like for a long time they weren't actually firing. 50 caliber machine guns trying to shoot the Fallschirmjägers in the building. Perhaps throwing out Panzerfaust. Yep, he got out of the building. Just the Panzerfaust building. The utility car, and now he gets back in the building. Taking additional damage. It does have quite a bit of armor, so gun damage actually is not very effective. Should retreat this guy. He has 2 men left and low in health. Panzer trying to move forward. He won't get a shot off. He was blocked by line of sight. Gets out, repairs the engine, gets back in. Though he did flank this MG. Wonder if he gets a kill, or is he just going to stay in the capture point? Kills one of the men. Stays in the capture point. Setting up the 55 caliber, not 55, just 50 caliber machine gun. Should retreat back, yeah. Rear echelon capturing this point doesn't really hold. Yeah, once again, the American player has no income from the map whatsoever. Still hasn't initiated the That's this guy. Says not initiate the heavy cavalry company.
At capture point.
He does actually have enough VP for the Rangers, so I'm surprised he hasn't clicked on any pull the Rangers. Perhaps he's going away and just surprised the straight up to the Pershing, perhaps. Or he's still in debate of which doctrine he should go for. Soon Pioneers moving forward, no British in the building. Folks Grenadier capturing the right side. The US player has now reset up his supply lines. He's now actually making some income for like fuel munitions. Rear echelon's going to go around and capture the munitions. Looks like an incendiary grenade. Nope, a regular frag grenade. Luckily he's in heavy cover, so he takes reduced damage from his opponent. These riflemen should retreat back. Yep, Vagan Warfare was mis-microed. He was attacked on the utility car, but of course, when the utility car retreated, he moved forward into the middle of the firefight. The US player currently has all 3 capturing points, but he's losing the middle one. Hard to maintain all 3 when all your infantry actually now way back here. This is a toggle now, if you remember. Yep, it's now a toggle. Going to move forward, capture, re-obtain the Vaken Warfare. Utility car moving forward once again. Shoots away the Volks Grenadier. Still the same Fallschirmjägers, not a new set. Though you can afford another set of Fallschirmjägers if you choose. Fallschirmjägers are very expensive, however, but they are very effective. Utility car coming forward. Throws out a grenade, gets out of the building before he... Probably he's going to enter in the building again. Nope, he's trying to get in for Panzerfaust. He lost an infantry unit, I think it might have been a rear echelon. He only has 1 rear echelon left, so it might have been a rear echelon. Now this utility car, I don't think he can withstand another Shrek shot. Throws out a smoke. Now the Volksgrenadier are focusing the attention on the Rifleman squad, and perhaps see if they can get a hit on the 50 caliber machine gun. Nice grenade. Once again, very unlucky with these grenades. They haven't been doing crap, really. Should retreat this 2-man one while going, maybe throw a Cindery, perhaps? It's just an option. Though I wouldn't really waste incendiary on the on 2-man MG. Especially he's well aware that he sees you moving forward, anticipating grenade, so he can get out of the building as soon as possible. Though he's right now is at 1,000. Now he builds. Looks like he's building a Jagdpanzer. Good choice. It's a pretty common choice now. Able to get your medium tank destroyer. And within your first building is always nice, though they are pretty expensive and not as effective as other medium tank destroyers, but you can get early enough. Throws out a grenade, he shouldn't micro out. Gets out the last possible second, or millisecond. Volksgrenadier, let's see, he has 3 Volksgrenadier and 1 Fallschirmjäger. Utility car is over here. Fallschirmjägers are trying to shoot up the lieutenant. And this utility car has been doing quite well. Currently has 11 kills, that's a pretty good amount. And he might be landmines here and there, the M60 landmines. No, M6, not M60.
We're losing a capture point.
Soon Pioneers capturing up the Larite, and they're going to meet Captain. Captain should keep its distance. Utility car moving over to the right to deal with the Sturm Pioneer. Nope, he's going to engage the Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjägers throwing out Panzerfaust, gets of course engine damage. Fallschirmjäger very low in health. Will he get the kill on him? No, he will not. Uses that repair critical. He's going to focus fire the utility car and ignore the bazooka squad. Just one more shot. You can take a little bit more damage. Gets in, throws out Panzer Technician, going to attack the ground. He attacks the ground but hits the wall. Probably going to fall back and get it repaired up. Apparently the fight with the Sturm Pioneer and Captain. The Captain is doing a bit more effective versus the Sturm Pioneer, but now he's getting nice and close. You got to be joking. One bazooka killed 3 of the Sturm Pioneers. A vet, three vet Sturm Pioneers. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. MG34 trying to deal with the rifleman in the building. MG34 is a very bad heavy machine gun, though it is cheaper than MG42 by 70 manpower. Fallschirmjäger and Volksgrenadier are in the building. Throws a grenade into the building. Luckily he retreats out on the other side instead of going straight into the grenade. It's a bit of a technique. You can throw a grenade into the door that they entered. Though there's usually 2 doors per building, so you can exit out, and still, if they exit out to the door with the grenade in front of it, they'll get exploded. They get exploded. I don't think that's the proper term. Sort of reminds me of the orcs back from Dawn of War. My only regret is exploded. Enough of that. Looks like he has chosen doctrine as rangers. They cost 400 manpower. They are pretty good. They also can be upgraded with Thompsons. As you can see here, just only 4 of the 5 gets Thompsons, while the last guy still keeps his M1 carbine. You can see right here, this guy has the M1 carbine. 2 Rangers are out. I would assume the Fallschirmjägers will be a bit better than Rangers before the Thompson upgrade, because they cost more, but this is relic. Who knows if it would or won't. Rangers also do have the cooked M2 grenade. Explode quickly on the target. I'm not exactly sure how fast, because I actually hardly ever see Rangers throw out grenades. Utility car being pushed away. Trying to focus fire this Fallschirmjäger. Fallschirmjäger is very low in health. Should focus on this 3 health one. Now it's down to 2 men. Moves closer. This Ranger's actually in open cover. It throws out a grenade. Gets a nice couple men, enough to make him force retreat. MG34 getting back in the building, not fully remanned. This Volksgrenadier should retreat and get some more men into the squad. Fallschirmjäger trying to deal with the captain. Did he throw a bundle? No. If he throws out a bundle, there's a good chance he'll wipe them all out. But he was paying attention and he exited the building. MG34 should get some more men into the squad and healed up. Volksgrenadier getting the building to continue the fight against the riflemen. Currently, the American player does have more VPs, hardly losing any. He has 469 compared to the 282. Potion Maker's up to bet 3. Healed himself out of combat. That's nice. Looks like he's deploying an M60 landmine. Did he cancel it? I think so, since the Potion Maker spotted him. Potion Maker's doing some damage. They're now at vet 4. Rangers are coming in. Jagdpounds are trying to come closer. Of course, immediately when being targeted, he throws out some smoke pots. Basically Panzer Tactician.
New unit ready and on the field.
Looks like the Pershing heavy tank is now out. It costs 600 and 230 fuel. Nice grenade, killed all except for one. The Pershing tank doesn't have as much health as compared to other heavy tanks, though it does have extreme amount of firepower. It does have armor piercing rounds, if you want to pay 90. It's basically heat rounds, a bit more expensive. Throws on Cine Grenade on the Rangers. Volksgrenadier still trying to deal with the riflemen in the building. Potion Makers are still doing quite a bit of damage. What are they being suppressed by? Did Potion Maker vet 4 suppress? Accuracy? Maybe it was actually from this Shavia. Yeah, I think it's from the Shavia. Squad almost dies, but he pulls back in time. Pershing heavy tank is now shooting at the building. Almost hits the Kennenwerfer. Lieutenant coming on, capturing up the right. It's been a while since I actually saw the lieutenant out in the field. Well, the lieutenant moving around, I should say. Lieutenant coming around a flank, hitting this back area. I don't think they can shoot out this back window. Perhaps they might. I'm not exactly sure. Going to throw a grenade. Nope, not throwing a grenade. Just going to do some flanking hits. The Jagdpounds are low in health, trying to move forward. This Kennenwerfer needs to get some more men. And Pershing, the one thing I don't like about the Pershing, it's so small. Seriously, it's a Sherman exactly the same size, but the Pershing, really, they're small? I'm just not exactly sure, because it looks really small. It's the size of a Jagdpanzer. This Volksgrenadier should retreat out. It's going to be focused on by the Rangers. He might still be killed. Yes, he was killed. That was a Vet 5 Volksgrenadier, I think. Rangers running right into the Panzer headquarters. The Potion Makers are nicely at a vet. At a vet 5, which then they get access to increases effective weapon range and weapon accuracy, just more and more buffs for their weapons. Don't really see Potion Makers that much. Well, at least I don't. Pershing almost destroying the Jagdpanzer. Gets a nice hit on the Volksgrenadier. And the captain gets a nice kill. The 50 caliber machine gun almost gets a kill. The Jagdpanzer really needs some repairs. Oh, the Sturm Pioneers over here. He's moving the Jagdpanzer to the Sturm Pioneers because they're capturing up. Lieutenant, now have Vet 3 can now sprint out of combat. Captain almost dying to the Fallschirmjägers. Persian trying to deal with the Fallschirmjägers. Getting another Vikenwerfer. Looks like the one over here was destroyed, I think. No, wait. No, that's a regular AT gun. Assassin MG34 is out, though it's not vetted up, so it will take a long time before he actually starts doing some good. Thompsons are coming forward. This Fallschirmjäger should focus down the squad. It's pretty low in health. He's going to throw a quick grenade. Nope, he retreats out. This one's going to throw a quick grenade here. We're using the time from like about 1 second down to 0.7 apparently. Zoom Pioneers getting pushed back by the lieutenant. And this looks like where the American players wins for pretty much. There's nothing really much the OKW can do versus the Pershing. He only really invested in this. Well, he doesn't have other fuel points, so he's been fuel starved this entire match. And he needs another Jagdpanzer or a Panther to help deal with the Pershing. These Obassassins need to retreat. They're way too little on health. And not to mention that this US player really kept his utility truck alive. It's actually at Vet 3 at a grand total of 17 kills, but it was finally killed. MG34 trying to hit these rear echelon. The Jagdpanzer trying to shoot and hit the Pershing, but it's currently hitting the can't see behind that debris, the flaming debris of the utility car. Fallschirmjäger's low on health. Somebody could pick up that bazooka. The HMG now hitting the Obassassinen. This tank somehow completely camouflaged in the middle of an open road. Pershing responding. Seriously, this Pershing seems so small. Is this actually how big it is? It just looks so small. Retreating out. As you can see, he threw the grenade on one of the doors. Hopefully he was going to retreat out onto that door. Retreats back and gets some more health. Support gun, not like the best thing at this time. He needs something to deal with this Pershing. Flak, the Chevy Panzer headquarters attacking the lieutenant in the church. bit of a bad grenade.
We are down to 75 points.
And this is pretty much the end of the game. Yeah, what really did this OKW player, and he was fuel starved this entire game, so he wasn't able to get out a second tank destroyer to deal with the Pershing. Yeah, this is the end of the game. I'm going to fast forward. See the MG turned over to the right, suppressed, and then it redeploys outside and then gets burned. Don't shoot Vet 3 HMG. Oh, I can make this HUD size even smaller. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the game. Fortune Maker trying to defend out. The Rangers get in and push them back. The Rangers are pretty low on health. Pershing coming forward, going to kill the Jagdtag Panzer. Looks like the well played was out, and the OKW surrendered. This is a pretty good replay. What really did the OKW in, like I mentioned before, is that he had no fuel. He needed the fuel to sustain his vehicles. He just now had enough for another Jagdpanzer to help deal with the Pershing. And this USF player has over 300 spare fuel, so he had plenty of fuel to spare. This is Lord.agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.